What's going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Now I have a very interesting question to ask you, and what I want to do first before we start anything off is you have to pause this video, do that now, grab yourself a pen, open up a side document with a notepad. Here's an important question for you. Have you ever considered this? How much time do you think it takes you as the player each day to complete all of the daily tasks that are currently in Raid? Now, yes, some players do have different schedules where they spread things out. That's not really the question. Obviously, the total answer here isn't going to be straight playtime. This is going to be the accumulated time based on your daily activities, and also this will apply to people who get everything done. So I'm talking about all of the advanced quests, all of the daily quests, using all of their tokens. What this doesn't consider is overnight farming, buying things from the store, using those excess resources, compensation, all of these things. None of that is included. I'm talking about digging to the roots of Raid based on what they give you as a, I guess we'll call it free to play. That has nothing to do with this argument though. We're just looking at the base resources of this game and what they give you. Now think about it for a bit, take your time, really go through the process and walk yourself through it. How much time a day does it take to complete all of the daily tasks of Raid Shadow Legends? Now I asked this on stream. I got a really solid poll from a wide range of players, all the way from players who just started, who found me on stream, people who watch me all the time who are mid-game, late game, end game, and have nothing to do. And honestly, I was shocked. I'm going to tell you right now, I was actually shocked at the answer on what I saw come up from the numbers. And I did check with, once again, maybe 300 people, which is definitely not big enough for a sample size, but it was big enough to talk about, to open it up to YouTube, which is a much bigger audience for me, to have you guys interact in the comments and let me know what are your reactions, what are your personal results based on the averages I'm about to show you. Okay, so now I've given you time. Hopefully you've taken the time to run things through, and I don't really want to have to go over this, but the only thing I didn't include were Arbiter Missions. This is something I did not include at all in the process here, since some people have finished it, some people haven't finished it, so it's going to be really hard to determine if you have Arbiter Missions you spend X more time, and because of how specific these missions are, that's something I didn't include. Also, the objectives, I don't really know what they're called. So we have quests. Oh, I'm literally in the way, so that's why you can't see. So we have our quest here, and next to quests, challenges. There we go, challenges. I didn't include any challenges because those can be very annoying and time consuming as well. So now that we've done that, let me open up my sheet I have on the screen here, and daily Raid stuff. Very professional, I know. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Also, if I missed something, feel free to blast me for it. Leave a comment, say, hey, Murder, what are you doing? You missed this really important thing. I'm okay with that. So we have Faction Wars, 18 keys a day. Once again, assuming the advanced quests, times 2. And then sometimes, every once in a while, we do have that third crypt open at a time. That's for their Faction Wars, for the daily things that we do with Faction Wars. Second is we have Arena. Now, obviously, you can do much more Arena than what I'm showing you here. But for argument's purpose, we have 10 as a slow refill you get. We have another 10 for your daily playtime reward. And then we have 5 for the mission where you buy something from the market and you get 5 free tokens. Clan boss keys, we decided on 3 because not everybody stays up to inconvenient hours based on their schedule. Some people, it is inconvenient for them to get 4 keys a day, so we decided on 3 keys is a fair average to assume when trying to calculate something like this. Tag Team Arena, listen, I know not a lot of people enjoy tag, but we're going to add it regardless because there are people who play it every single day because they do want those extra resources. So we did 10 battles plus the 10 battles you get from that free refill from the advanced quest. Daily energy, 500 for activities. This includes the natural refill you get from energy, what you get from normal quests, what you get from daily quests, And yeah, so 500 is the number we came up with. And obviously this also assumes that you are max level here. Not everybody's max level, or max level, I mean, I believe 60 was the cutoff, if I'm correct. So we just assume 60. Lots of people are 60 by now, some people aren't. So the answers for this would be different to you. We have our advanced quests, we have our daily quests, we have Doom Tower. Now this is the anomaly that would probably only apply this Doom Tower reset, the next Doom Tower reset. After 2 resets have gone through, I personally believe the Doom Tower time is going to significantly drop as far as what we have here. Miscellaneous time, I actually left this blank because I didn't really care about you upgrading your gear, you doing extra farming. That would be almost impossible to calculate, if I'm being honest with you, because every single player is different. I wanted to really stick to the basics here. Alright guys, so here's the breakdown that we came up with for the hours or minutes spent compared to what we have in the list here. So I have 60 minutes here that goes with clan boss keys, assuming 20 minutes per key. We found that to be the solid average there. I do have 40 minutes for tag team because each tag team, I guess, battle is 3 arena battles, which will make sense once I tell you that we have 25 arena battles sitting at 22 minutes, and we have 60 arena battles set at 40 minutes each, assuming you're not going in there and one-shotting your team in 2 seconds, which is definitely possible, but it's going to be a lot harder for a lot of people. Now, if you're farming in the 3v3 where you're only fighting the one-man teams, this is going to heavily reduce the amount of time, so you can probably be safe to remove, I want to say, 30 minutes from that, and we'll look at the total later. So we have 22 minutes here, like I said, for the arena. We have 25 minutes for the faction. I believe this was assuming an average of 2 crypts open at 18 keys each. Part of the daily quest also has to do with here, so we determined that 5 minutes was more than enough to kind of balance things out as far as actually doing specifics of a daily quest. Once again, we have 25 minutes for faction wars, 21 for arena, 40 minutes for tag arena, 60 minutes for the clan boss keys. Now the daily quests, we have 5 minutes, we have 10 minutes for the advanced quest, 30 minutes for the daily energy used. That could be anything from, I'm pretty sure when we averaged daily energy use, we calculated Minotaur runs, potion keep runs, campaign runs to level up your champions, as far as things where you want to farm a specific dungeon with whatever energy you have generated for that day. So that's where the 30 minutes came from. And then finally 50 minutes for 10 gold Doom Tower keys and 10 silver Doom Tower keys. Now this equals to 4 hours and 15 minutes. Now if you calculate 4 hours and 15 minutes, you are spending 29 hours and 45 minutes a week on Raid Shadow Legends, 119 hours a month on Raid Shadow Legends, and 1,428 hours every single year on our beautiful game known as Raid Shadow Legends. Now when I first went over this, and I talked about this with chat, we got the numbers from chat and myself, so we weren't like skeptical that the numbers were skewed. I didn't just show them information like I'm showing you guys, so I can definitely understand where you guys are coming from if you want to dismiss this right off the bat, but I got the numbers from the averages that chat gave me. I had no input on this whatsoever, and they were actually quite shocked. I did a poll and said, how much time do you think you spend on Raid? Most people said 1 or 2 hours a day. Most people said 1 or 2 hours a day. Now, as far as how the mind works, I understand where they came up with that. When you're doing a clan boss key, if you have it pretty much set on auto, you hit the auto button, you put your phone down, you walk away. Computer, same thing. You hit Alt Tab, you start going onto YouTube, watching videos like this. So that I can see where time can slip you. So when I say total time spent, you actually don't have to be in front of your phone or on the computer actively doing something, since this is kind of an autopilot game. But the fact that the totals came out on average to 4 hours and 15 minutes was definitely shocking for a lot of people to see. And some people said, now that I look at it, that seems to be kind of an issue, because the more advanced you are in the game, the lower amount of time you have spent daily. But the earlier you are in the game, since this has nothing to do with spending money, it could be more like 5 hours, 6 hours, and that's actually a lot of time to spend on a game. So while we all want new content, stuff like that, I think Plarium definitely has to look at what we're looking at here for time spent on this game. Maybe consider a few things before releasing new content. Obviously, they've released new champions, which people 50-50 on how people I don't want to say 50-50. Maybe it's not 50-50. Some people really don't like new champions, but because it does oversaturate the pool and we're getting dupes, so on and so forth. But new champions that don't add any time investment to the game, if you pull them, it's something new to do for sure, but everything in this game costs resources outside of the baseline resources we see here on the sheet that you are given. And even for spenders that are endgame, you can actually spend 8 or 9 hours playing this game a day, where this is kind of unique in the sense where you think like a game where you spend $60 in the game and play as many hours as you want a day, to a game that's microtransaction based, but there's 4 hours and 15 minutes based on the sample size I'm showing you here, of what you can do for free if you are max level each day. And can this get repetitive, tiresome? Yes, 4 hours and 15 minutes is a long time. Just think about your real life, what you do in real life, everything you can get done in 4 hours and 15 minutes. Then think about what you can get done with 29 hours and 45 minutes a week. And it just keeps building up per month, per year. So heavy time investment for sure, but some people do enjoy this game as much as I do, and it's worth it to them. Now, I can tell you for a fact, I do not play for 4 hours and 15 minutes a day. Actually, I don't think so. I've been on this monthly mission for the past 5 months now, and I'm really making solid progress here. I believe 3 weeks ago I was at 24 out of 30, so I'm averaging 2 daily completions out of 30 about a month, so we're doing well so far. Any day now I'm going to take my Raid Shadow Legends career seriously and consider doing these daily quests here, but until that day happens, I will not be getting this juicy sacred, this juicy void shard that without a doubt holds a Harrier and a, you can't get Shaman anymore, can you? Relic Keeper and Harrier, calling it right now. We'll wait for when I open this and see if you guys remember this video. Relic Keeper, Harrier. So looking forward to those 2 champions for sure. Complete the reward for all daily 5 times. Once again, we'll see how long that takes, but yeah, I also don't do the advanced quests. I think they're cool. I do faction wars every day. I do my clan boss keys every day, and that's it. So whatever bonuses I get, that's what I get from it. So I believe I've gotten 1 legendary book so far. So if you've been doing this every day, I'd be curious to know how many legendary books you have gotten. I know I literally just got my first one, 7 out of 50. So 7 advanced quests ago, I got my first legendary book. It felt good. I felt like I really achieved a lot there. So that was an awesome payout for me. That's going to conclude my video. Don't forget, leave a comment. Let me know how much, based on your calculation, do you spend each day if you want to like really get through this. I love numbers. I love doing stuff like this, and I don't think anyone really thinks about how much they play Raid each day. So I'd be curious, how much on average do you guys play each day? Make sure if you're going to do this calculation, leave a comment and say, I don't buy any extra materials, I don't buy any packs, or this doesn't include my packs. I would prefer if you kept it as baseline as what I'm showing you here, if you do want to compare with how much time you do spend on this, just so I can get a good gauge on where you fit in this average number here, and based on the total amount of comments, how off I was with my small sample size of about 300 people that I did ask. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you all in my next upload.